my, 128? Welcome back to the Bright Splits Cars YouTube channel, and I told you guys in the last video that's probably our last test session on the Slow Quest. I was wrong, we're back. And the only reason that we're back is because we got a number that we want to hit. We want to run at least a 1050 on this pulley setup with this boost. So we're here literally a week later. We did nothing to the car. We're going to go out first pass with it set up the same way it was last week. Our ultimate goal is to put as much timing in it as we possibly can. So when it was naturally aspirated, we had 30 degrees. Right now we're at about 24. We'd like to get back up to at least 28 degrees of timing. If we can run a 10.5, we'll probably call it good from there and honestly park this thing and start focusing on other projects. But before we can be done with the Slow Quest, it needs to give us our 1050. So we have a lot we can do. The first one being timing. We can take the exhaust off, and we still have the trans brake, which we haven't used yet under a boosted application. So we have a lot to do today, and we got here early today. Didn't break anything the way there, so it's time to get to it. All right, we are driving up for run number 1 of the day. Again, same tune as last time. So given the conditions, we went 1076 at 126. If it also goes 1076 at 126, we'd be pretty happy with that. 1080 given the air would be fine. It gives us a starting point, and like I said, we have got so much timing to put in this thing. We're hoping just to see our 10.5 number today. Gonna be a minute. Looks like this Camaro in front of us might have blew a rear end and is spewing fluid everywhere, so we might be sitting here for a couple of minutes here, fellas. That's how it goes. All right, giving us the green light. Here we go. Oh, it took about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. That wasn't too bad. Good clean burnout. Everything seems good here. Take a second, peek the gauges. We got volts, we got oil pressure. That means, ladies and gentlemen, we got horsepower. Let's make it happen. I can tell you already, that wasn't very good. I mean, everything seems okay. Everything seems like it's healthy. None of the gauges are weird. I don't hear any noises, but definitely slow. We're down about a tenth there, so slower than I wanted it to be. I can tell by the feeling it's at least a tenth down. Not what I wanted. Again, I knew it was going to be a little slower given the conditions, but that was much slower than I wanted it to be. I could feel it right out of the hit. It was slow. I could feel it right away. I knew by about 50 feet we were down some time. I could feel it, but the air is worse, but I don't think it's that much worse. We'll take a look at our data logs and see what's going on. The 60 foot's a 1660. It just launched weird. Like I didn't stab it hard enough. I don't know. It didn't launch right. 1113 at 121.8. So 1113 at 122. Slow. Slow. Really, really slow. We're gonna look over everything and see if we can figure out what it is. So we went over all the data. We compared the data log from the 1076 last week to the run we just did at 1119. And I'm not kidding you, the data logs were identical. I overlaid them and they were the same. It's just one at the end of the track was a little bit higher RPM. It's the exact same. So we started looking at everything in the car to see what can make it lose power. And it looks like our distributor might have been a little bit loose. And we had about 24 or 25 degrees of timing in it last time we went out. And we just checked it. It was like 21 or 22. So we lost the timing that we added because the distributor probably was just loose and turned. So we added it back in. It's got probably 25 in it, maybe 26. So we're just gonna go out and hit it again with the extra timing and see if it does the same thing again. I don't think that timing change should have made it lose that much power, but regardless, like I said last time, the result is the result. So we're gonna change some timing in it, go up and rip it, see if we can make it do something better. All right, pulling up for pass number 2 of the night. Like I said, we think our distributor might have moved and taken some timing out inadvertently. We didn't want it to do that, but it looks like it was a few degrees short. So we tried to put the few degrees back in. It might even have an extra one in there. Again, we're running a distributor with an MSD box on this system. This is really where you want the programmable timing setups like the Hyperspark or a Terminator system where you can actually really get into this. This is where the Sniper is limited. We're kind of, I wouldn't say guessing on our timing, but we're just looking and being like, all right, that looks close, good enough, and just sending it. So we think it's about 25. We're gonna see what it does. Okay, it was a good burnout, but it doesn't really have that pep in its step right now. It still feels like something else is going on, but I'm gonna launch it and hopefully the data proves me wrong. Faster, but I put the pedal down and I felt it right away. I think it was faster, but not by a bunch. Definitely faster though. Definitely a good amount faster. I'd say a couple tenths. Might be a 10.8, 10.85, 10.90, somewhere on there, something like that. Didn't feel absolutely spectacular, but I mean it's better. It responded to the timing. We have a data log. We'll take a look at everything and keep trying to make good decisions with it. At least we made it better. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I feel like at this boost and timing level, we should be going faster than we are, but I mean, it is what it is. We may have to get a different pulley on this thing and turn the timing up. We may also might, you know, honestly, I'm not a big fan of these Sniper 1s. I am very interested in switching over to a Terminator, but we'll see. Let's see what we can figure out here first. Nobody's at least a 1080. It is slow. It thinks a turd. 1082. Okay. It's exactly what I thought it was. 1082. Same pass we ran. Hang on.
2/10.
Yeah, 2.5 mile an hour on the half track. And so 1082 at 125.8. We went 1076 at 126.0. Pretty much the same pass with the same timing, because the timing moved before it. Put the timing back in and ran the same thing. Put the timing back in and ran the same thing. We're gonna look at the data and figure out what we're gonna do next. I think we're gonna make at least one more pass, but need to look at the data first and come to a conclusion. I think we just lost timing. Put the timing back in, got the exact same ET. Pretty much the exact same. Woohoo. So I think we're figuring things out. We need to check the timing frequently on this thing because the distributor wants to move. This is the big issue with running like an old school Spark system. You get this, right? When you switch to the computer controlled Spark side, you get rid of this. So kind of knew we were running the risk of this being an issue with this car, and lo and behold, here it is, right? So we'll take a look at everything and figure it out. Okay, so we pulled the plug out, the same one we pulled last time, and you can see it's just dark. And the timing strap is still way up, but it's just got way more fuel than it did the last time we took this thing out. Way too much fuel and not enough timing still. So we're gonna put a fresh plug in this hole, rip it again and read it again, but For some reason, it's just got a lot more fuel. That could be a byproduct of less timing, could it not? But we'll put a fresh plug in this hole to have one to read, and we'll pull the data log. Driving up now for lap number 3. This is where it's gonna get a little bit sketchy. We had about 24, 25 degrees of timing in it. It picked up. Spark plug looked good. Data log looked literally perfect. So we said, screw it. We've got it all the way up to 27 or 28 degrees of timing. This is probably the most I'm willing to put into it. So if this is all we got, we're gonna have to find other ways to speed up, like trans brake, exhaust, intake, stuff like that. We have things we can do. Take the filter off. We got plays we can make to pick some time up, but this is probably where we're capped out driving it the way that we currently are, because I don't know if I want to get it back up to 30 degrees. 28 is just, it's a lot, but it's safe because we're only making maybe 5 pounds in the gear change, and we were running 32 to, actually, our best pass ever, we accidentally had 35 degrees of timing in it. So we've run a bunch of timing in this thing. It can take a bunch of timing. That much we know for sure. We know that for a fact. So, but still, for safety reasons, this is probably where we're gonna try to leave it at, is this timing, and just build from here. So hopefully this gives us a number that we like so we can start from a good starting point. And nothing goes wrong, because like I said, we're still got some question marks right now. Third and potentially final pass. Let's just see what we got at 28 degrees. Hopefully it's something real good for us. A little sideways in the burnout. I'm not a drift boy, but hey, I'm down for a new opportunity. Put us back in the 1060s. That was a rip, bro. Oh my goodness. I can feel that all the way down track. From the first 60 foot to the last 60 foot. I can feel this sucker was pulling. There we go, Southie Soulquest. I really hope that matches our personal best of a 1060. I got a feeling that's going to be like a 1070 if I had to place a bet. And you know me, I love to gamble. So I'd say it's like a 1070 at like 126, maybe 126 and a half. But I would love for that to be another 10.6. I would love for that to be another 10.6. Is it? Probably not. But I would love for it to be another 10.6. At the trans brake, we're running a 1050. I like this. Moving in the right direction. It didn't miss, it didn't knock, it didn't do anything weird. Nothing concerning. Gauges look good. Car sounds good. Car feels good. We're good. Everything is good. I said 10.70 at 126 and a half. Oh my, 128? Oh, 152 to the 60, 1060, 3.5 numbers, 1063 with the 6, 3.5 numbers off of a 10.5. Holy, I thought it was like a 10.70 at 126 and a half, maybe. 1063, it's a best. It was worth our time to come here, 1063. Yes, 128.00, almost 130.
It's picking up bunches in the
everywhere.
Finally.
Went from a 159.960 to 152. 678 in the 8 mile. Our best is 673.
667.
Oh, 667 when it blew up. So and that was 28 degrees of timing. No, just now. Do we add more timing or do we leave it at 28?
You got a plug you can look at.
Yeah, we'll read a plug and look, but it just wanted timing with the less boost. That's all it wanted. So we can get a new pulley and add boost too to create more power elsewhere, but I think if we run the trans brake, we might have a 10.5. Might have a 10.5 in here with the trans brake. if I can get it set up right and make it leave really nice. Get those 60 foot down to a 149, we're right there, that's it. We've gone 147 to the 60 in this thing when it blew the head gaskets out. So, 1063, a personal best. Finally, this thing hasn't run a best in months, literally months. Finally a best, hell yes. We'll pull the data log, we'll pull a spark plug, we'll check everything and see if we make another rip. Maybe try a 2-step tune or 2 more degrees, or we call it there, we'll figure it out. So we're reading this spark plug. This is a brand new one we just put in before the run. Kind of hard to see, I apologize, but our timing strap, you can see it's finally around the corner. So we could still add 2 more degrees. I don't know if we want to, but we could. Then if you spin it, that porcelain is, what? It's not white, but it's gray. It's definitely got some fuel on it. And honestly, almost looks like it wants more fuel, or no? What do you think?
Well, we have to get way down inside there, but it's got some gray deep down inside of the porcelain, so
it's probably good then,
you have to take a look at the data log and see how it's comping on the other end. Yeah,
I'll have to see what the fuel looks like. The AFR should be 12.2 to 12.5, which is plenty safe, but hey, this is it. I think we could add 2 more degrees, but we'll debate. We'll see what we want to do. We'll get the data log out first. It liked the timing. I don't want to go above 28. That seems like it's aggressive, considering the 5 pounds of boost. So what I did is I made a tune that should have a 2-step in it. So let's see. We have a 2-step. It's only making about a pound.
What's that?
3,600. Making about a pound. So I was gonna do one of 2 things. Big wheelie or burnout, right? I was at half throttle to make it hit the chip, and it had a pound of boost at half throttle. This thing's gonna leave really hard. We're gonna put a 2-step in it, and we're gonna send it. It's gonna be our last pass of the night. It might break the transmission, might spin the tires, might do a wheelie. All I know is it's definitely gonna be cool. All right, guys, pulling up here for the last one of the night. Got the 2-step tune in it, and I might fail a hand check if you check me. This is gonna be insane. But you know what? I paid for the trans brake. I'm gonna use the trans brake, all of it. Let's frickin' rip it, baby. Oh my God. We're gonna frickin' rip. This is gonna be insane. Pessimist, but I think that was another 10.6. I don't think that was it. But I'll tell you what, that sucker launched. Holy wow. Threw me in the back of the seat, threw my head against the headrest. That was a good launch right there. And all the gauges look good. Everything looks good. We have a good data log we can check. Nothing's smoking, nothing's making noises, nothing's funny. So we used the 2-step and it just worked. That sucker, I mean, that thing left. That was unbelievably fun. I love using the 2-step just from an enjoyment standpoint. That was a great time. You know, I think it was still a 10.6. I don't think that was our 10.5. However, I still got a smile on my face underneath this helmet, man. We made 4 rips. We made progress. We used the 2-step. We did everything we could on this thing right now. I'm feeling great. Feels like good times are ahead for good old Saudi Slow Quest here, guys. Feeling so good right now. You know, I used to dog on 8th Mile racing a little bit. Like, oh, the quarter is real racing, whatever. I'll be honest with you, the first 100 feet is the fun part. You know? I don't think it was any faster, but leaving off the two-step is definitely way more fun.
There was fire coming out of you.
Really?
Yes.
It was popping and banging on the boost?
Yes.
That's so sick. No way. I gotta see the video.
128, 127, 2.
They were identical. Wait, but that is good. That's the first time we've run the same thing back to back in this car since putting the supercharger on it.
Right. And what you do know is with the exhaust on and the air filter on,
Yeah.
you don't need to use a transfer.
No, it doesn't really do anything.
No.
It is more fun. If we're going full bore, I mean, we picked up 100th in the 60 foot. If we're going for a 999 or a 10.5, it helps.
I don't really want to blast all that through the muffler all the time.
What, did it look that gnarly?
Oh, it had a big orange flame on the back of the muffler.
Really? Oh, I gotta watch the video. That's cool. If it's launching fireballs, I might have to use it.
No.
Come on.
It's just going to rip the tires up more.
Why, was it like that big of a fireball? It was like scary? Oh,
no,
really?
there was quite a few of them.
I want to watch the video.
That's what
That sounds cool.
But two things, back to back.
Same
okay,
thing twice.
And-
Nothing's hurt. We're driving it home.
And you know what it does with the exhaust and the air filter on right now.
Yeah, we still have the air filter and exhaust we could do. Plus, on top of that, it's not necessarily a cold day today. There's going to be better weather in a few weeks. We can come back out and maybe get the 10.5 just on air density. The DA today is like 2,300, so it's not even that good. But it's a consistent 1060 car. Those last two runs we just did were better than our previous best. 65 and a 63 were better than our 66. So it's progress. The thing likes timing, and it doesn't mind it because it still runs. So we're good. I'd consider today a success. We shot fireballs, ran a PB, and then ran it again. So the biggest thing about that pass being technically slower, the air got worse, by the way. There's more water in the air. So that probably slowed it down. We probably lost a half mile an hour just to air change. But the biggest thing about it going a 63 than a 65 is it ran the same number twice. It has never done that with the supercharger on here. The battery still charges, intake air temps are cold. It runs at 10.6, which is fine. We'd like a 10.5, 10.6 is okay. And it did it twice. We're good. Plus, with 28 degrees of timing, we don't have to change timing for the street. We can just run it and just drive it how it is. And the thing is pretty much ready, which is where I have to give you a bad announcement, which is I did not get into sick week. I didn't realize it was going to sell it that fast. I screwed up. That's on me. So the car's ready, but there's nowhere to go. Probably until 6 summer, which is okay because it gives us a lot more time and money to work on other projects like the Buick and the Demon. So we have a lot to do. But all in all, tonight was a huge success for the car. We actually got the thing to do what we wanted to do multiple times. Ran a PB, shot fireballs, had fun. So if you have yet to subscribe, now is the time. Hit the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications to see when I upload again. I don't upload too frequently on here, once every week or two, so you gotta make sure you have the bell on so you know when I'm posting. And like the video if you haven't already. Put in the comments what you want me to do since this car is kind of done, doesn't have anywhere to go. What do you want me to work on next in the meantime? See you guys next video. Just kidding, leave me alone. You can stop recording at any time, like we're done, right?